Damn. Yo. What is up, guys? For some reason, the camera changed a little bit. I don't know why. But, how'd you guys do today? It was low-key about to be a red day today for me. Not gonna lie. It's close to a red day. But gold came back and really saved us. It really did. We'll go over. I'm gonna record a trade recap, y'all. I know I'm low-key behind on them. I'm gonna keep it a buck. But these are trades taken today. Gold we did good, but on ES, low-key cooked. Like, ES cooked us today. It was just basically a trend, one of those trend days where prices goes in one direction. And you know, there's not much you can do. Even if you scalped, you can't really make much. So today did kind of, it was a bummer on ES. But at least gold paid very well. I sent this out to the group as well. I told everyone that on gold I was looking for the London session high to get taken. Hence my original TP here. But then, you know, price was moving very slow. I don't like holding trades for several hours. And so later it's closed out a little bit earlier at the 15-minute. And that's basically today. Let's see. Got someone taking a Bitcoin trade with my strategy. Forest Ward, nice. Bitcoin's at 117K. I had to unfortunately reset my PC the other day, so dude, I've been trying to get stuff back, but man, it's rough. So been a little bit slightly inactive in the Discord. One of our members said he made 9 RR today. Nice. Is this my swing strategy? 4 RPY. Looks like a swing trade. All right. Gold, dude, I missed out on a lot of P&L profit. It went almost triple my target. Just crazy. Let me, new personal record, slowing get better. Someone in a group said new P&L record, nice. Let me send y'all the screenshot. So this was from today. Right here, I told everyone in the group that I was looking for a 30-minute expansion on the upside to gold, for gold. And that's exactly what we got later. That's exactly what we got later. See, on the 30-minute, it was clearly bullish, right? I don't know if you guys can see this clearly enough. This is just a screenshot from the private chat. But this is my original target. So if I held my original target, it would have been a nice 5R. But knowing that when we create new ranges like this and we make the ranges very slowly like this, you can tend to get more risk reward and milk more from the markets by re-entering, because think about it this way. At this point in time, you have high volatility. You get high volatility, and when you have high volatility, candles are bigger, hence your stop losses have to be placed bigger. But if you have a clear high time frame draw and target, and we have small candles, you can have a much smaller stop loss. Like this stop loss is almost 3 times the size of this previous stop loss. So man, gold really paid today, man. It really did pay. And also in ES, my drawn liquidity was correct. We just mistimed the entry for ES for 21 risk reward. I literally hit my exact high time drawn liquidity sent to the group to the tick. And you can see as soon as we hit that high time frame draw, we completely dumped. So it would have been nice if I was awake at 6 a.m. to take the shorts off my high time frame draw and liquidity point, but I was not. If you took re-entries, you could have had a nice re-entry here. I was unable to take this, honestly, because I already had my initial entry. I went to sleep. But if you were awake and you took the re-entry with my draw, really nice trade, man. Really nice trade. Because this is like a 24 risk reward trade going for a high time frame draw, which would have made up for 8 times the number of losses we had today. But usually I don't go for insane targets. Usually whenever I go for insane TPs or targets, those tend to be when I'm swing trading, or not swing trading, but swinging a position overnight, because I'm not going to be staring at the chart for a 24-hour trade. Unless I'm entering on the seconds, there's a potential to go for that. But most times now, I simplify my system now down to just mainly the 1 minute. So for those that are new here, I don't know how many of you guys are new watching right now, but for those that are new here, there's a link in the chat for my free Discord server. If you want to learn how to trade, come trade with us. Let me turn down the brightness here. This thing's low bright. All right. I'll be posting a lot of trade recaps today, so stay tuned for those. I've been lacking low-key the past like month-ish on trade recaps and on long-form content, but I will be back with those content. There's stop hunters set up here on gold, and then the rest is really just internal continuations. You would not wrong be shorting against the trend, because gold is looking to fill this massive imbalance up to supply here and potentially even the supply above, and we will at some point take out both of these highs on gold, because all these highs here are liquidity points. So all these highs here are going to get taken. You can mark it however you want. It just means liquidity. We're going to go for those at some point. But, damn. Was anyone else able to cash the 7R long on gold? I know one of y'all caught it, but one of you guys said that you only got filled on 1 contract instead of 4, which does suck, because that means you probably made like 2 risk reward instead. But it's still a nice 7R trade. Again, sticking to my draw and liquidity. Majority of times, if I have a draw on liquidity, I'm not changing my bias unless I see price telling me when it starts failing multiple times. And there's a specific number of failures I talk about within the course that you guys know about. So we didn't have that here. It would look fine here. This first one, you can obviously avoid this loss here easily with what I teach you guys in there. Secret sauce that I don't talk about on YouTube. This one is avoidable if you use the stop loss reduction or stop loss, very conservative stop loss method. Otherwise, you got wicked out by 1 here. Took a small loss here, and then this is our big winner here for 7.69 risk reward. We had insane momentum here at 3:30 p.m. Who would have thought at 3:30 p.m.? Can't really anticipate this. If you just TP'd at the high, that's fine too, right? Or even at some of the PYs on the left. But ultimately, like I said, the ultimate draw was just the high. You guys got to be, if you're like red on the month or whatever, you got to be studying your trades, looking over why you lost. It's not just about the entry model, it's just about the context whenever you're trading. Like for example, if price is bullish, you can't be looking for shorts all the time. There are times when you do, but those are when we get high time frame retracements. You trade the high time frame retracement back for high time frame expansion. And expansion, if you don't catch at the bottom, if you create new structure like this, you can catch it further up. Otherwise, it's going to be harder to catch the expansion because expansion moves tend to be quicker. And you know that all logically makes sense too, right? It's pro trend. People don't want you to catch on to the retracement. Just curious, how many strategies are you guys here trading? I know some people trade multiple strategies. I mainly just focus on my main strategy, and then sometimes I will use my secondary strategy. I teach you guys in there, in the group. But those are typically not used as often. There's specific times when you do want to use them. When there's a very clear like high, for example. Like this high here. Was my original target London high? Oh, it was, yeah. Completely forgot. I messed up my TP then on this trade. TP was supposed to be London high. It's my original TP, but new session high is good enough, man. I'm satisfied with the 7.8 risk reward. I'm taking it. I'm taking it, especially because I was red on the day at this point. 2 RR here out of -1, and it had 3 losses in a row in ES. So... But overall, I have not changed my strategy and logic with how I view the market for the past like 2 to 3 years almost. It just works so well. Everything else I see online, a lot of it is just BS. It doesn't work, or there's no understanding, fundamental understanding behind it. And if there's no logical reasoning behind your trades, it's hard to turn that into a system, in my personal opinion. I'm also gonna be... Why does the PC do that? Gonna be doing a quick little backtest session here on what I was intending to backtest before. I'll be starting the backtest from July 1st or January 1st of this year. It's gonna be backtesting something I've been noticing in the markets. I think it's a cool little add-on bonus for just a little bit more risk reward to my trading strategy. See, got 2 people. I have so many TradingView or FX replay charts. It's absolutely insane. I gotta delete some of these. If you guys want to be bad testing, I'd recommend you get FX replay. I've not tried Trazella bad testing except for one time, but it was only for a few minutes, and back then it was horrible. So I can't really recommend Trazella bad testing, but FX replay has always been good to me. The only problem would be the chart drawings glitching, like old chart drawings. Like they get extended over. It's some weird glitch. I brought it up to them like last year. I guess they haven't fixed it yet, based on what I've heard from you guys. So I don't know, but personally, if it gets the job done, the visual stuff is not really an issue to me. All right, let's do a spat test. If I'm backtesting right now, you guys should be backtesting too, man. Whether you're learning new strategy, adding some things to your system, trying to optimize, you guys should be doing stuff too. I have to fix my sessions. Effects replay. I would share my FX replay screen, but I don't want to leak the strategy. So I'll have trading view up for now. Uh, 12. The times are messed up. All right, 12 hours. This should be. I do not like the session indicator FX replay. I wish you can import your own, because it doesn't go based on like your current time zone. Yeah, no, it doesn't. Okay, great. 8. $13, $14, $15, $15. What's up, Dima? How you doing? Are you new here? Someone DM me. Damn, Claude AI looking getting good, man. Probably a few years and AI is going to replace manual traders. Damn, bruh. I'm about to be replaced soon. You got to learn trading, got to milk the markets right now as much as you can, man. Before the AI generation comes up. Because I'm telling y'all, you think AI is not good right now, but if my personal views is we could become slaves within the next decade. If AI is like a baby right now in terms of age, we're cooked. Let's just say that. You're absolutely cooked. So time to develop some other skills, man. You gotta add other skills to your bucket tool. You can't just rely on a job. For those that are working a job. No time off, no days off. Suffer now or suffer later. Huh. They changed FX replay quite a bit since I last used it, which I don't really like. How many guys here have backtested your strategy? Just curious. I feel like a lot of people I talked to, they haven't even done backtesting yet. If you're learning, that's fine, but some of you guys are learning for 5 years. If you're learning for 5 years, or like 2 to 3 years, and you still haven't done actual backtesting, it's time to start now. It is time to start now. If you're wondering how I did today, up basically 4 risk reward today. ES cooked me, right? So, yeah, I mean, not much I can do here. Again, this isn't like not normal. This is not like abnormal or very weird. For those that are wondering, like days like this happen. This isn't like some of you guys are freaking out on days like these because you think something's completely wrong with your strategy. In reality, there's nothing wrong. This is how the market is. 10% or less of days, you will get days where we would just trend in one direction like this. And it's like, if your strategy is not internal continuations, which mine is not for the most part, then you're not going to be able to make money on days like this. And you have to know at some point when to call it quits. I called it quits at this point after we hit the 4 hour and we didn't get like a big expansion. I was hoping we get expansion, at least take out inducement. If we want to go lower from here, sure, but no, we just kept going lower. We did 2 more fake outs here. So, you know, there's nothing wrong or nothing much you can do about this. Some weird dude DM'd me. All right, let's do this back test. I think everything is good. 8:30. This is a stupid indicator, sucks on FX replay. I wish I can just import mine, but no, I can't. If the stats do come out good, I'll show you guys the stats towards the end of today's stream. We'll see how much data I can get though today. My headphones just died. Y'all probably heard that. So we're gonna free ball this here. All right. I'll have stream chat open up on the side. Who the hell is this? Bro, I don't know who this guy is that DM'd me. What the heck? Anyway, I'm gonna put the chat over here and I'll be back testing on the other monitor. Oh. Gotta move this here. All right, 8. FX replay, there's a lot of stuff like they could add also to their system, but I'm not a developer, so I guess can't do much there. But all right, let's see. Because I have to get now all my tools back, because I think they deleted my historical back tests. I used to have almost 4,000-ish trades back tested on my old account, and they're not there anymore. This is 8:30. We're starting on January 2nd here. You change the background colors. This looks trash. I used to use the black colorway. You guys know the dark background, but now I changed it back low key. I'm not gonna lie. I like the lighter background. It's just easier to see. Personal opinion though. Maybe. Again, I used to have a backtesting video on my YouTube channel. Some of you guys might have caught that video, but I've taken it down since. I posted it in the course. So for those that want to see a backtest on one of my strategies to teach you guys or that I trade, you're gonna have to go and get the course to see it, because it used to be on YouTube for free, but I felt like it was too much value and took it down. So if you want to see how I did my backtesting, I recommend you go into the course modules. It's under the backtesting session. I believe it should be the last section where I do trade recaps and backtests. You find the video in there. Damn, how do I make the text? I feel like the most boring thing as a trader isn't like learning, it's just backtesting. It is the most boring thing you could probably do in trading. But I'd argue it is the most important thing. If you want to develop screen time quick and you don't want to sit through a year of price action, you want to be going to go backtest. Oh my gosh, my tools are messed up. But yeah, if you're FX replay, if you guys are listening, I do hope you guys do at some point make it so people can like auto import their own TradingView settings and indicators into FX replay, so it's not a hassle to have to do it manually. Because doing it manually, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of it. What's up, bro? Didn't catch a trade today. Woke up at 1 p.m. I see. Don't give out the strategy. You're already be giving out free sauce. Yeah, I know. Too much sauce on a YouTube, man. But I make the sauce on YouTube pretty short and sweet. There were trades though you could have taken after 1 p.m. if you woke up at 1. Well, I don't know what time you're in, but there was longs on gold if you just kept the bias I sent out to the private trading chat. My bias was the London session highs I sent to the Discord. If you guys want proof that I sent it out ahead of time, 11:31. This is my draw I told everyone to look for. So if you just took any type of longs towards that draw, you should be green. If you only traded gold today. If you traded ES, then that's a different story. But at least gold traders, you should be green today. 7R, 2R, and then 2 losses. The 2 losses today were kind of silly. I stopped out by like a wick, but I'm gonna try to implement Claude AI into some of the stuff I do also, because apparently someone told me it was like really good with creating like not thumbnails, but like, what's the word, graphics. So if you guys are wondering what I'm testing right now, I am testing something that's going to be, if it works well with the data, when I say works well, I mean something that's at least 70% win rate. It's going to be something I'm going to implement into my toolkit. The foundation is basically the same as a strategy I teach you guys in a course, except the entry is going to be, you guys might have seen it before, honestly, but 750. This is before market open. You guys might have seen it before, but it's a little different way of how I typically trade, just a little bit. I'll be doing the back test from just within. I'm gonna just keep it within kill zones. So I'll do New York session kill zone, London session kill zone. Actually, screw it. I'm not going to do just kill zone. I'm going to do everything just because we can later go into data and see how much the win rate differs from within the kill zone and without. But usually from my data collection before, it's not a major difference. But I will update you guys, and if the backtest goes well, it's a pretty good edge, I will be posting the video in the course modules. Might take me like a day or two or so, but it'll be in there at some point. Why is my FX replay bugging? Damn, bro. Some of you guys trade 4 strategies? That's crazy. I don't know how y'all do that. Unless it's for different conditions, I guess. It's a lot, not gonna lie. I just trade basically 2. Just 2 main strategies. For the bad test, I'm gonna be risking no compounding, initial balance 1K, initial risk 1K, just risking a static 1K per trade. No break even also for this back test. I don't need that journal feature. And then the risk reward for the back test, I'm doing a static 1-to-1. It might be slightly off because I forgot if FX replay includes commissions. I don't think so. So it might be slightly off, but strictly just 1-to-1. So it should ideally have above a 70% win rate or around there. If it's like 60%, I'm going to ditch the method just because it's not worth trading at 60% win rate. I'm gonna be honest, it's not worth your time trading, even though it is profitable. But I want you guys to develop an edge that can beat passive market returns. If it can't beat the passive market returns, there's no point in trading. It's much better to just hold the S&P. A lot of people don't tell you guys that, but it's like the easiest way to basically grow your money. Just put it into stocks or ETFs, I should say. Stocks is a little different story because companies can be very volatile. Even if it's a big company like Tesla, it's still extremely volatile. So yeah, but for the most part, y'all get the point. This is 1-to-1. Sometimes it's gonna be like 1-to-1.06. Can't do much if that's how it is, but okay. 9 o'clock. And I will try, I guess, different variations too of the strategy. Because if the first run doesn't work well, I'll just do another variation. If the variation also doesn't work well, we're ditching the strategy. There's no point in trading something that doesn't work. You guys know I tell you guys that all the time, but it's the truth. At some point, you need to change strategies if what you're doing right now is not working at all. Now, if you're unprofitable because of emotions, you won't be profitable with any strategy. So make sure your psychology is also good in check. The strategy is going to involve 1-minute entries off 1-minute, 5-minute, mainly zones. Okay. For those that are trading 4 different strategies, are you guys actively trading actually 4 different systems? Or I mean like actively trading strategies, not like back then. And honestly, I'm gonna see if I even want to add like B setups to the back test. I might. I think I'm gonna try out taking lower quality setups in the back test, and then later going for higher probability setups. Some of you guys be using weird time frames though. I've been seeing some of y'all be using, some people on YouTube at least be using like 3 minute. The only times when I actually go in those very weird or odd time frames is like if I don't see anything on any of the time frames I'm using. That's like the only time, and even then it's pretty rare you'll see me doing that. All right, the balance right now is at 99. I'm trying to make some rules also for my bat test. When you guys bat test, you want to make rules for like how you want to take the entries given different like situations. I feel like that's important too when you're bat testing. You want to kind of like replicate how you would trade live. So that's something also you should probably keep in mind when you're bat testing. Stop here, go for 1-to-1. Also, if you guys have strategies that you want me to back test, let me, actually, why am I even saying that? What's the point? What is this? Candle. Oh, 9:30 open. I forgot. I was going to say, let me know what strategies you guys want me to back test on stream, but then I realized you guys should be doing the back testing. Unless you guys have like some, unless you're lazy, you want me to do the back testing for you. Maybe if I have free time, if I'm bored, we'll run some back tests on stream of your popular trading guru or creator strategy, and we'll see if it actually works or not. Because I'm telling you guys, half the strategies I've tested, they just don't work. They just don't work, man. You're gonna have a green month, but then you're gonna have several red months. If that's the case, there's no point in trading. You might as well invest in the S&P. Okay, balance right now is at break even. If only there's a way to make it go static 1-to-1 every time. I don't think you can. For 1 hour POIs, I'll probably make a smaller. TradingView needs to have limit buys and sells on replay. Enter on candle. Oh, does it not? Can you not put limits on TradingView for replay? I do back testing on FX replay, not TradingView, so I don't know, but that does sound kind of stupid. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that sounds ridiculous. No hate though, TradingView is great. Wait, what? Okay, for this, does FX replay have limits? What do you mean by limit? If you mean like if you can set a limit order before you get filled, yes, you can set limit orders in FX replay. If you want to save money, you can use my code JTrades, but that's up to you. But yeah, you can set limit orders ahead of time on FX replay, because that's how I trade. Half my setups, or yeah, about half my setups are just limit orders or require limit order trading. So yeah, market order, just I can't back test my strategy with market orders. In terms of ticks, I'm gonna see. For the strategy, for the back test, I'll probably put like 4 ticks. Yeah, I started to use only limit and stop loss. Watch the TP. Not sure what you mean by watch the TP, but Quinn, you train tomorrow? I trade every day, Quinn. Every single day. Unless like I trade London session, then I'll probably not be up for like the beginning of New York. So for my backtest, I'm not gonna have no partials, no nothing. In terms of wiggle room, I'll backtest like roughly 2 to 3 ticks of wiggle room. I don't want to overcomplicate it or make it too specific. So we'll see. Okay. This strategy right now, by the way, that I'm backtesting, that I want to add to my toolkit, it's going to be great if you guys are scalpers because you hit TP within 1 candle most times. It's very tight entries, but the risk reward is also a static 1-to-1. Right now I'm testing it even with like low quality setups I know are going to fail. If I take my normal setup, and we're going to see how well that does. But there's a lot of nuances you guys should consider when it comes to backtesting. Because if you don't understand those nuances and you go live trading, you're going to get confused. And that's just not good, man. Okay, so it's right now the balance is at 102K. So we're up 2% right now. Right now I've taken 1, 2, 3, 4. I've taken 7 trades right now. We're up 2% on the backtest account. And then let's see if we have other PYs below I want to set an order for. Sell one down here. The PY is too big. I have to refine it, preferably to the 1 minute. Yeah, no, I can't do much here. Okay. How's y'all's backtesting data, by the way? Most people in the group, their win rate's about 50%, and the risk reward is about a 1 to 3 in the course. But how about you guys? How's y'all's backtesting? It's not going to be exact. Not everyone's going to have the exact numbers, but it should be in that ballpark of being profitable. Okay, let me try this entry. Okay, we just never get the entry. This backtest would be so much better, man. If FX Replay could allow you to import your own like indicators, man. Oh, dude, that'd be amazing for my backtest right now. I'm telling you. But no, I can't because there's FX Replay. It's a love and hate relationship with FX Replay, man. There's just certain things I feel like are very essential that should have that doesn't have. Even though I do promote FX Replay, it is the best backtesting software that I personally used. One day I'll probably come out with my own and beat it because I know, like, I'm a trader, you guys are trading. I know exactly what we need, and obviously what we need more than just a seconds time frame implementation is be able to import our TradingView settings like immediately and integrate it into FX Replay without having to manually change stuff all the time. And also the indicator thing is a huge thing for those that trade with indicators, because I trade with indicators on my chart. So, you know, not having them does waste me time. Okay, this trade here hit TP within 5, 10, 15, 20 seconds. Okay, that's a 20-second TP. And then if we get 60% 1 to 3, that's pretty good. That's basically around mine. That's basically my stats, 60% 1 to 3. So I'd say that's really good, man. Personally, I've not really been able to improve it past that point. That's already like extremely good. So I mean, unless you can try to find a way to improve it without decreasing your trade frequency too much, because that's another problem. If your trade frequency decreases, it's very bad. Like if it decreases too much, you actually end up with potentially making less risk reward. Oh, I can just do Alt B here to set a limit order. Dun, 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 dun. This guy wants to partner with me to do something. Oh, I think I'm good. I think I'm good, my dude. Damn, we got 15 votes already. At least I see most of you guys are trading one strategy. That's good to hear. If you're trading multiple strategies, dude. Hello, quick question. Can I trade Asians with TBT accounts? What? I have no clue if you can trade Asians with TBT accounts. I don't trade TBT, whatever that is. Take profit, I think. I've never traded with them, so I don't know. No clue. Not sure what the big deal is about them, though. But no, I have not. We don't see FX replay, by the way. Yeah, no, you don't. I don't want to leak the sauce. If the backtest goes well, I'll post the video going over the strategy within the course for the 100 risk reward course members. If it doesn't go well, I'm obviously not going to make a video on it. There's no point in teaching you guys something that isn't very good. Even if something's profitable, it's not worth teaching others if the edge is... If you can't make more than 3% returns a month, it's not worth trading strategy because you can make 30% returns annually with QQQ. The training memes are W, by the way. Oh, you talking about the shorts? The YouTube shorts that you posting? I should ban this guy. There's one guy on my Discord, bro. I don't know what this man's up to, bro, but his profile pic is sus. Yeah, no one really does those. I mean, hey, man. Help you guys keep your minds cool. Oh my gosh, this one missed TP by a tick. Okay, I'm gonna think if I want to implement a break-even system for what I'm backtesting right now. Once I've done like 50 trades ish, I'll roughly know from then to see if it's worth adding the break-even system or not. Because I'll see how many times it gets like to the tick, like one tick away from TP, and if it misses, it misses. All right, peace out. Five-minute. This thing is kind of big. Downtrend. How did everyone here trade though, by the way? Dude, I would have ended... It would have been a very red day for me. Or not too red. 3, 4. It would have been a minus 2R day for me. If it wasn't for gold. Came in clutch. Eventually went to my draw on liquidity, so it was clutch. All right, we're up 4% right now. How do I see the total number of trades? That's right, Stream Elements. If you guys are new here, join the free Discord. Strategies. I don't like the new FX replay. As much as I support FX replay and promote them with my code, I don't like their new UI. I don't know if it might just be a me thing. I can see like the appeal to why some people like it. It's more modern. I like the old one personally, but that's just me. Where is this? Huh? I think I'm doing something wrong here. Hold on. Why is there no data? Oh, never mind. There is data. I see it now. I don't know why it's in here, not under strategies. I think I have to add it. Hold on. Probably do have to add it here. Huh. Yeah, no, it definitely should be here. Strange, man. Alright, I'll just view from here. So far, it's a 70% win rate at 1-to-1 right now for my batching system at the moment. No break even or anything at the moment, but if I see a lot of times where price like goes in its favor a lot and then comes back, then we'll do break even. Actually, I'm gonna write some criteria for the strategy too here. But I'm telling you guys, man, the boring stuff is what gets you profitable. Everyone loves live trading. I still love live trading, even though it's boring. You make money, but it's doing the boring bad testing that truly will change everything for you. Now, of course, you still need to be disciplined. Not saying you shouldn't be, you can't be, you don't have to be disciplined. Of course, you still have to be disciplined, but it's a lot easier to be disciplined when you know that you have something that works. I feel like a lot of people, they're trading off assuming something works, and that's not good, man. No bueno. That is not good. Max consecutive wins right now is 5. Consecutive losses is 2. Keep bad testing here. The only thing I'm probably going to remove from the strategy is the big POIs. Cause let's see. If there's too many POIs, you're going to have to just have a bigger limit order. Alright, that's what I'm going to go with. You will thank yourself later, like once you've done the backtesting, guys. I know it's boring, but once you've done enough backtesting, you will thank yourself later, because once you've done the backtesting, you don't need to do it again, right? Unless like you didn't have enough data in the beginning. But usually what I like to do is I like to backtest like 500 trades-ish per session. Not in one, it doesn't have to be in one sitting. But if you can get 500 trades of backtested data, it's pretty good. Okay, this one hit TP for 1-to-1. And some of these trades, I'm going for a static 1-to-1 because I'm trying to make a scalping system here. Like I can add towards my strategy right now where it just gives me bonus rewards. So it's not conflicting. It's not like conflicting bias with my current strategy, you know? It's something I can add on to the strategy as an entry. I should probably write down some rules for the system. And then of course you shouldn't be taking trades for inducements. Because inducement basically always gets ran. Okay. There's not a ton of rules at the moment. The more you backtest, the more things you notice come up that where you might need to create new rules. That's what I've noticed personally, at least. So, like for example, if you have two PY, sometimes you want to ask yourself, do you want to cover both or do you want to just cover one? That's like an example of something I can think of right now. And the thing is, you have to logically see where the one-to-one or where your target is in terms of risk reward if you cover both. If your stop loss is massive, you need price to also give a massive reaction to a TP. If your stop loss is very tight, you don't need much movement to make money. I'm going to cover this here. Let's see if we get it. Nope, we don't even get it. Take out inducement, just tank. All right. Oh, we just got someone that just subscribed. German below me, welcome. Welcome to the channel. Oh, no way, it didn't get filled. Damn, I got missed by a tick. Well. Liquidity sweeps are probably not going to work too well, I feel like, with this system I'm currently building right now. We have a 1 hour. Then nothing on the 4 hour. We have something on the 30-minute refined. If it's a small enough PY, I'll take it. It's pretty small. I'll take this. Are you showing us something? I think it's frozen. You are moving, but the screen isn't. No, I'm not showing anything. Right now I'm back, so I have 2 monitors up right now. I'm showing you guys the trades I took today. If you want to review them or see how you traded differently, if you ended red. And on my other monitor, I'm currently running a back test on something new, an alternative system that I want to implement into my trading strategy currently. Like my strategy right now already works, but I want to implement something that can give me like bonus P&L that makes sense, like additional. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna be right back, guys.